Hey guys, it's Tyler. I've decided that it's about time I actually made an It Gets Better project video, because I've been meaning to do it for around about a billion years, maybe a little bit less, hopefully a little bit less, I haven't lived that long. But I kind of figured that it's about time I actually started to do it. And I want you guys to know one thing. It's definitely 150 billion thousand %, if that makes sense, gets better. There is nothing in this world that is ever going to stop you from being you. Nothing. There's not one human being on this planet that can tell you that you are wrong in being the person that you are. And if you've been through the worst of worst in life, if you've been through the best life you've ever had, someone will always try and bring you down, no matter what you do, whether you're working in Tesco or whether you're the Prime Minister of Great Britain. But it's something that I find very, very difficult to talk about. I've been through quite a bit. Some of it I don't tend to talk about because it's kind of in the past and it's something that I shouldn't really, bring to light. I personally think that the hardest thing for anyone to do is to accept yourself, because I think we all struggle with it. And I think that whether you're gay, straight, bisexual, black, white, male, female, fat, skinny, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because as long as you accept yourself, as long as you accept who you are and what you stand for, then everything's going to be fine. And definitely from there on, it gets better. And no one can ever tell you that you're right or wrong in your life. Unless you've committed murder, that's a different thing. Don't do that, that's naughty. Anyway, it wasn't easy for me accepting myself, and that isn't something I tend to admit. I knew exactly what to expect when I told my parents, for example. I knew my mother would be fine, but I knew that Dad wouldn't take it so well. And I was right. My story is that I had my 17th birthday party on the 16th of December 2010, which is a day that I won't forget at all, and I won't forget the day after either. On the 16th, I had the party, and there was someone else there who, shall we say, we got along very well, and there was a lot of shall we say, tension between us, and I think it was that point that my dad managed to click on. I don't regret the day. I don't regret doing the things that I did, because every now and then you've got to push yourself in life and do the things that you know you don't want to do, but the things that you've got to do in order to push yourself more, in order to, be the person that you are destined to be. But after the party, when we got home, I went straight to bed, and the next day was a day that changed my life completely. I got home from school, I went up to my room, and I knew my dad wasn't going to come home until 5 o'clock, because that's when he finished work. I went downstairs, I went into the kitchen, and Dad was cooking a steak. Now, it was really warm in that room. I was stood in the archway of the door, and he turned to me and he went, "So you're gay, are you?" And for about 5 seconds I froze. I didn't know what to do, and I started to panic, and I'd been meaning to tell him for months before that, and I froze. But I told him. I went out and I said, "Yeah." And I looked him in the eye for about 5 seconds more, and he just looked at me and went, "Really?" And at that moment, because it was so warm in the kitchen, because they had the steak cooking and the dinner going, and it becoming really warm, and it becoming such a frightening moment, my heart started beating and all of the blood rushed straight to my head, and I could feel myself about to pass out. And I grabbed hold of Dad and I said, "Dad, I'm going to pass out." And he went, "Don't you dare." And I did. I was out for about 5-10 seconds, and all I woke up to was my mother in my face, screaming and crying, saying, "Tyler, wake up, don't you dare," blah, blah. And I was just like, did I just pass out? But it was after that, after I'd spoken to the nurse on the phone, that Dad turned around to me and said, "It's okay. It's who you are. I made a mistake. I'm sorry." And that is when I realised that it got better for me. And now I'm in college. I'm studying media production. I've got the most amazing set of friends around me. People like Kaylee, Becky, Tesney, Claire, James, Fraser, everyone. There's too many to name. And some amazing lecturers and some really amazing people. And I'll be honest, not everything is 100%, but it's better. And my story proves to you that if you push yourself, if you accept yourself for who you are, it gets better. And don't let my story scare you, because it was scary for me. It'll be scary for you, but push yourself. Because as I've said for the 4th time, it gets better. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon.